Okay, so there is a couple of things that I wanted to share with you today that helped me navigating through life because there was this huge transformative process going on. I don't know a lot about astrology, to be honest, but I felt that so many things have been going on inside of me. So many energetic patterns have been released, and I didn't do it. So, yeah, I get it now. I fully understand life on a core level now, and I'm not saying that you will understand life as well after watching this video. Most certainly not, because everything is not knowledge, it's experience. Okay? Or it's knowledge with experience. You gotta experience it first to fully understand. I think that's the right thing to say. First of all, what I want you to know is that you cannot do something wrong. You just can't. You never did, you never do, and you never will do something wrong. It's just not possible because there's a force living through you that controls, or actually, it's not about control, it's about allowing. That's very important. That's very, very important. There's a force happening through you that doesn't try to control something, it just happens, it's nature. Everything's perfect because it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not in relation with any control, it just happens. Yeah. And what you can do is allow it to happen. But in order to allow it to happen, you got to make peace with your mind, because your mind is the opposite player of consciousness. Your mind, or life itself, every materialistic thing, everything that we can sense with our five senses, everything that we can sense with our mind is the opposite player of consciousness. Consciousness is infinite, life is transitory. So life happens in order for the consciousness to experience itself. That's the whole meaning of life, and you will fulfill that meaning if you want to or not. You will, because you are part of life. You are not your mind, but you are the consciousness, the life behind the mind. And because you are that, it's not possible for you to do something wrong. But your mind thinks it does. Your mind might think you do, but you actually don't. The only thought that you made here is that you identify yourself with your mind. And that's also perfectly normal because we have a personality, but this personality is made out of patterns, like synapses connecting to each other. And if it's always the same thing, if you have a very deep experience in your childhood, and your brain is still plastic, neuroplastic. I don't know if that's the right word actually, but I think you know what I mean. It just reacts on everything. You cannot have a reference if you're young. You don't know what's right and what's wrong. You just do what your parents say. And if you have a very deep experience or a very, I would say, traumatizing experience, it forms yourself. For me, it was that my mother died when I was very, very young. So I always had a, well, or my mind was always afraid of um, getting left behind, because somebody left me in physical form when I was very young, and I couldn't even understand it then with my mind. It just happened, okay? So I never had a girlfriend in my entire life because I was afraid of somebody leaving me. But I didn't even know that because it was so deep down at the core. And for the most part of my life, I thought I was my mind, I was my personality. I mean, it's difficult enough to actually uncover your personality and then uncover that those are all patterns that somehow have been built through the DNA, through the epigenetic. I don't know the English word for it. and for this and through the bringing up from the parents. You got you got the genetics from the parents. They had experiences, and if they haven't realized that they are not their mind, and that they are not their ego, their personality, but the life behind it, if they haven't realized it, they all brought all those patterns onto you, and they also brought you up as you grew up. They told you what to do. They told you what's right, what's wrong. They lived, and that also has a huge impact. But as you start to realize that you are not this whole stuff, that those are all patterns, that you're the life behind it, you start to trust with your mind. And as you start to trust with your mind, you bring it in alignment with your heart, and your heart can open up. And now you have this light in yourself. You have this light within yourself, and you know you can't do things wrong. And now your ego doesn't, you don't sabotage yourself anymore, because you can just see that it's just the ego, it's just the patterns playing itself out. You see life from a different perspective. And where I'm at right now, I know that I can do anything wrong. I know it. I know I'll manifest my absolute dream life. I already did. I know that everything that I want, or I used to want, I don't want it anymore, because I just know it comes towards me. I cannot even want it anymore, because I know it will happen. I trust unconditionally. I love unconditionally, because you are life. You are consciousness, and yeah, the things that I talked about before. You are consciousness experiencing itself. You're the force behind this whole thing. Would you so why would you think that you can't do everything that you ever wanted? Because for you are everything. I don't know. It's just difficult to express in words, I guess. What you can do to go into this direction, I don't even know if I talked about it before in this video, because I started this video like 3 times or something. You start to manifest this whole process as you start to trust. Maybe read some books. Read the book that I will release in September. It's about life, about my experience. It's my perspective, bringing all the perspective I ever known. Because together, you have to imagine, I read about all those religions. I read about psychology. I read about um, philosophy. I read about quantum mechanics, quantum physics. Like the past 3 years of my life has just been researching all the time and comparing things. And as I started to compare things and not trusting someone just because he has like a certificate or something, I'm just trusting experience. Yeah, I just experienced it myself, what life is all about. I experienced what you would call God or something, except for I know that everybody is it, and I am everybody. It doesn't even matter if I have a personality or not. I'm just part of life, and I am life. And as you know that with your core being, as you know that within deep down of your heart, and you already do, you already know everything, you already are everything. Your mind just, how do you call that word? Your mind is just transitory. It's only your mind that is holding you off from living the life. It's only your mind. It's only your ego or personality. And I'm at the point now where I just know I'm aligned. I know everything is coming my way. And I can see now where in my life I still hold on to things. I can immediately see. Like, I wanted to study philosophy in September. Why did I wanted to do that? Because everybody does it. So there's still a part of 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 this personality thing that plays itself out. The part of this personality thing that still wants approval, still wants to do the same like everybody does, so he's not alone. So he doesn't get left behind. Um, I also get money from the state for it. And I also make a job I don't really like because of the money. And it's just because I still, or the part of this personality, still wants security. And security is control. And control is not life. So that's why there is still blocks within my life. And I know exactly how to release them. It's not a mind thing anymore because I know with my heart that this is an issue with my mind. And I can, or that it's actually, and as you start to know that this is an issue, it's not an issue anymore because you exposed it and now it cannot sabotage you anymore. That's very important to understand. um it cannot sabotage you anymore, and you know that you can do something in the outer world to change it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going on a huge vacation. I'm taking all my money and I'm just traveling the world. I don't study anymore. I don't want to study actually. Maybe I'm going to do it. Maybe I'm going to do it. I don't know. I can't do something wrong. Maybe I'm going to do it and then it has to happen for me to experience something else. So that another door opens that I didn't even know yet with my mind that has to open for me in order to live life fully. But life knows. You get it. You get it. So, yeah, like literally everything this video says is trust unconditionally, love yourself because you are life. You are the reason this whole thing is happening. So why don't you love yourself? You can also love your personality if you want to, because it's the reason you can remember who you actually are. It's the whole reason. This life is the whole reason for us to remember and just let, no, you don't have to let go of anything. You can just love everything. You can just love everything. Sometimes this might not be or seem to be possible. More like this. It it seems not to be possible because your mind won't let it happen. But once again, then you can just say, this is just my mind. I am not my mind. I am not my emotions. I'm not my thoughts. I don't know. I don't find the right words, I guess. I'm just gonna post it.